A very good morning. This is your course on solid state drives, Unit 3, Introduction to Induction Motor Drives. So today topic we'll be discussing about how does induction motor works, what is the synchronous speed, what is the speed of the induction motor and torque equations, and the speed control methods of induction motor. So today we'll see some basic concepts which you will have studied in your early classes. Okay, so you might have studied all these in the missions too. So induction motor. So what is an induction motor? So all the basic applications uses induction motor. Even in your houses, all the motors are used are induction motors. So the motors that is used in fan, it's a capacitor start, capacitor run, induction motor. Your water motor, piping motors are induction motors. Okay, so everything that you use in your home applicants or 90% home and industrial applications are 90% induction motors. So only some 10% uses synchronous motors. So the name itself, asynchronous motor, is that this motor will not run in synchronous speed. Okay, so what is an induction motor? Is a commonly used AC electric motor. In an induction motor, the electric current in the rotor needed to produce torque is obtained through electromagnetic induction from the rotating magnetic field of the stator winding. The rotor of the induction motor can be squirrel cage rotor or own type rotors. So these topics are being studied in your previous classes. So basically I should explain what is induction motor is. It has two parts, stators and rotor. Stator is the stationary part and rotor is the rotating part. So when I give supply to stator, the flux produced in the windings of the stator will rotate the rotating part of the induction motor. Okay, and because of the shaft connected to the rotor, the external load like fan has to be rotated. So this is an image of an induction motor. So see here, this is your shaft. Okay, your supply will be given to your stator of the induction motor, and because of that rotating magnetic field created in your stator, the rotor has to be rotated. Because of that, the output is given to a load, and that will rotate. Okay, here the electrical energy, AC supply, is converted into a mechanical energy. So what is a synchronous speed? So unless you know about some equations, you cannot study how to control that speed of the induction motor. So the basic induction motor drive, the meaning drive is you have to control the motion of your machine. So here the motion of the induction motor has to be controlled. In what way the induction motor is being controlled is what the topic we should study. So before that, in which parameter can be controlled to control the speed of the induction motor? Okay, so before that we should know some definitions. So what is synchronous speed? It is a speed at which the electromotive force is produced by alternating machine. Okay, speed at which the EMF is going to produce. Okay, synchronous speed is given by the relation ns is equal to 120 f by p, where f is the frequency and p is the number of poles. So what is a slip? Actually, in definition, the slip is something, the difference between the synchronous speed and your normal motor speed. Okay, so let us see the definition. Slip in induction motor is a relative sport between the rotating magnetic flux and the rotor expressed in terms of per unit synchronous speed. It's a dimensional quantity. The value of slip in the induction motor can never be zero. Okay, so if ns the synchronous speed and nf the rotor speed, being the synchronous speed of the rotating magnetic flux and rotor speed respectively. Then the relative speed between them is equal to ns minus nr. So therefore the slip defined as ns minus nr divided by ns. இன்னும் இல்லைப்பா, இந்த ஸ்லிப்புங்கிறது என்னென்னா ரொட்டேட்டிங் மேக்னட்டிக் ஃப்ளக்ஸோட ஸ்பீடையும் ரோட்டாரோட ஸ்பீடையும் ஒரு டிஃப்ரென்ஸை தான் நம்ம ஸ்லிப்புன்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. ஓகே, so whatever the component that has to be controlled is the torque equation, torque, then the speed, synchronous speed. So only when you control the frequency and speed of a frequency of that induction motor, we can control the speed of the motor. So the speed of the induction motor can be controlled from the stator side and also from the rotor side. Okay, speed of the induction motor can be controlled from the stator side and also from the rotor side. So there are different types, that is voltage to frequency control, or it is called as frequency control. Then changing the number of stator poles, and by controlling the supply voltage, and also by adding the rheostat in the stator side. Okay, so if I should explain you voltage to frequency control or frequency control, so ns is equal to 120 f by p. This is your synchronous speed. So if you change this frequency, you can change the speed of your synchronous speed. You can change the synchronous speed. Okay, so our aim is to control the speed of the induction motor. So if I control the frequency of the motor, I can control the speed of the motor. That is what will happen in the first case. Okay, next one is changing the number of stator poles. So now again you are going to use the same formula, n is equal to 120 f by p. So if I change the number of poles, I can change the speed. If I increase the number of poles, the speed of the machine will decrease. Okay, so what is actually the pole? Magnets. Okay, the magnets are poles, north pole, south pole. The magnets are pole. So here only the flux is being generated, rotating magnetic flux will be created. So if a number of poles are increased, the speed of the induction motor can be decreased. So by varying the number of stator poles also, the speed of the induction motor can be controlled. Then third one is your controlling the supply voltage. Okay, so supply voltage, so voltage is directly proportional to speed. So when I vary the voltage, speed of the induction motor can be varied. So for example, if I say normally when you in your houses, sometimes your fan or a light will fan will run slow. Okay, in slow manner. So that is because of that changing of supply voltage. We won't change the supply voltage, but because of some technical issues in your supplying end, the voltage will be reduced. So because of that, the fan motor will run slow. So similarly, that is some example. So you can control the supply voltage and you can control the speed of your induction motor. So next one is adding the rheostat in the stator circuit. That is your regulator in fan. So adding some rheostats, so which will cut the current flowing into your circuit. So when you reduce your current, your speed of the machine will get reduced. So in next classes I will discuss one by one. Okay, how it has been actually performing. Okay, this is some introduction, so it will say the basic concepts. So next one is your speed of the induction motor changing from your rotor side. Okay, so as I told earlier, induction motor has two basic parts, rotor, stator and rotor. Okay, so in this stator side control we have three types: adding external resistance on the rotor side, cascade control method, and injecting slip frequency EMF into the rotor side. So this is all these will have some these three types of changing the speed of the motor is little complicated, so we can see the method of controlling one by one. Okay, just first one is adding external resistance. So similarly, if we add external resistance in this rotor side, we can also add external resistance to the rotor side. We will show the circuits, and based on that it will be easier to understand. So cascade control method and slip frequency method is been explained with the help of some circuits. You can only explain with the help of some circuits. So next class we'll see the stator side control. Okay, and from that we can understand how the speed of the induction motor can be varied. Thank you.